Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I know you guys are going to be saying, why are you making another video? I thought your last one was the last one. Guys, this is definitely my last video discussing about Battlefield 6. Alright? But this video is going to be slightly different because people like some of my friends or people that are Battlefield fans are going to be quite surprised when they hear me talking about this game, you know, again for like the third or fourth time. Look guys, you know, I just think that Battlefield 6 is not really a Battlefield game. It's basically just a fucking Call of Duty game clone, as people like to call it now, and that's never going to change. Obviously I've got some Red Sec gameplay, but obviously you know, I just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll, you know, basically just give it a try, you know. But at the end of the day guys, it's not really my cup of tea, to be honest. And obviously, you know, guys, like, I will say one thing, right? The graphics on RedSec are pretty decent, and that's actually a shock for me even saying, so that is a positive I will give DICE, is that the graphics on RedSec are extremely amazing on PC. And you know, that's probably just because of the graphics card side of things. But what people seem to forget, guys, right, like, as much as I criticize games, you know, for what they are, you know, people are going to have their own games to play, you know. So there'll be some people out there, you know, playing Call of Duty. There'll be some people out there who'll be playing Battlefield. You know, this is what gaming basically is. People have their own niche, and that's what they'll stick to. It's kind of like the same if I bring my friend, obviously, Mark, into it. Like, he likes to play Overwatch, you know, and I like to play Overwatch from time to time. I mean, I've just kind of given up with the game at the moment because of the rigged matchmaking. And obviously, you know, I've kind of just transitioned myself back to Marvel Rivals, you know, because it's something to play at the moment until Black Ops 7 comes out. But, you know, people are just going to have their own game. And I think what I do definitely think, guys, is that people are just going to have that niche where I think if you've stuck with a franchise for so long, people are just going to always just go to it. And, you know, that's basically what gaming basically is. Now, I get it, you know, like I said at the start of the video, I just don't think Battlefield 6 is that good in my opinion. I just think it's a fucking Call of Duty clone, and that's just my opinion, and you know, that's always going to be my opinion. And for the people that commented on my last Battlefield video that I made, the one when I was discussing like how bad it was and all the rest of it, you know, about RedSec and all that stuff, and they were saying that, you know, it's just your opinion, and obviously somebody said, you know, I don't agree with all what you're saying, but I will agree that the campaign was pretty dog shit. That's fine, you know, like, people are going to have their own opinions. And, you know, guys, I don't mean to speak shit, you know, just to, you know, talk shit for the sake of it. I just say how it is, you know. People like Blame Truth that suck off the game, like how he's saying, oh, Battlefield's the best Battlefield we've ever had and all the rest of it. Like, that's the people that I can't stand. People that are saying that Battlefield 6 is the best Battlefield game ever, they're talking out their ass. Because even, like, think about it this way, guys, right? People in the Battlefield community, right? This is to yous, right? You just have to know this yourselves, as much as you guys play Battlefield, right? If you guys have ever played Battlefield Bad Company and Bad Company 2, and then Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 3, you'll see the difference. It's night and day. The only thing that I think that Battlefield 6 needs, well, to basically make it as an actual Battlefield game, and this is just coming from my opinion, all DICE needs to do is just fucking add bigger size maps. And, you know, maybe start fucking, you know, I've seen that they're filling in bots for multiplayer because people are now just transitions to RedSec, and that's fair enough. But I think what they need to do is, right, to have a casual experience, right, they need to do what, I know this is kind of stupid me saying this, because it's like, I'm probably going to get backlash from this, because people are going to say in the Call of Duty community to me, say, well, people from the Call of Duty community are going to say to me, is that, why, they're just going to copy then COD if you say that. But guys, think about it this way, right? Battlefield 6 was the one that gave us the classic skill-based matchmaking. Now, for me, I'm going to try and help DICE to get Battlefield 6 back on track here. And I know that's a fucking stupid thing for me to say, but to get this game back on track, what they need to do is, they need to make it feel like an actual Battlefield game, right? This Battle Royale fucking RedSec mode, I just definitely think it's just, like I said, it's always going to be, and it will always be, a fucking Warzone wannabe placeholder. That's it. That's all RedSec is. It's just a fucking Warzone 2.0 or fucking 4.0 at this point. But what I think Battlefield needs to get back on track, it just needs a fucking server browser for multiplayer. For people to make their own servers and have their own fucking moderators to ban cheaters, because cheaters are just the main problem when it comes to gaming nowadays, because people can't get good at games, so they think, oh, let me just make a Smurf account, let me make a new account, let me just cheat on the game because I'm a fucking lowlife and I have nothing to do. All they need to do is add a fucking server browser for multiplayer, and all they need to do, like I was about to say a few minutes ago when I was saying that I'll probably get backlash from this from the Call of Duty community, all they need to do is add a casual fucking mode for RedSec, and add, what I mean by that is, all they need to do is add in AI bots like they did, like what DICE did for multiplayer, but put it in RedSec, right? So you're versing bots, but you're also versing real players to have that casual experience, you know? I definitely think they need to do that, because I don't know if any of you guys have really played RedSec a lot. I don't know if any of my pals have played RedSec a lot, because from this match that basically I did play, don't get me wrong, it was alright, but I just think it's just a Call of Duty clone. That's all it is, you know? And I'll never change from my opinion. I gave it, you know, I did obviously use the EA Play because I still have the subscription. And obviously, you know, it did ask me if I wanted to buy Battlefield 6, but I was like, nah, fuck that. And obviously RedSec is a free download, so I was like, fuck it. I'll just basically just give it a try. But, you know, it's just like, apart from the graphics being nice and colourful and shit, it just reminds me of a little bit of Blackout / Warzone, you know? But guys, you know, like I said, people are always going to stick to their own game. Nothing's really going to change that, you know? And you never know, people might just, you know, basically fucking play both. They'll play a bit of Call of Duty, they'll play a bit of Battlefield, you know? It's like, what I don't get is, guys, right, you know, and I was thinking this for the last couple of days, and, you know, it kind of, you know, gave me a wake-up call and was like, why are we even still doing this fucking, like, war back and forward between Battlefield and Call of Duty? Like, why are we still doing it? Like, why are we still doing this shit? Do you know what this is like, guys? It's like when we did... Remember when we had fucking console wars back in, like, the early 2000s with Xbox and PlayStation, and it went on for, like, years upon years on what console was better with the exclusive games. But then now when you look at it, nobody really does it anymore and talks about it because it's just, you know, it's irrelevant now. And then it was the same when, you know, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X was coming out. It was the same shit, you know? It's just the same fucking meta, but with games nowadays. Like, I just don't see what people's issue is when it comes to fucking, oh, this game's better because of this. Oh, no, this game's better because of this. Oh, no, this game's better because of this. Like, no matter how shit games are, or no matter, like, whatever franchise you're sticking with and you don't like, or... you know, and what other people don't like is, like, at the end of the day, you can't force them not to play a game they've always stuck with, you know? And I've never, and that's the thing, guys, in all the videos I have made, about regards to Battlefield 6, I have never said once in my video, do not play Battlefield 6. I've never said that, and I've never said it even the same when it comes to Fortnite, and even if I have, I've also apologized for it and obviously just said it's your choice, because it's people's choice what they want to play. You can't force someone not to play something they don't want to play, you know? It's up to them what they want to do, it's up to them what they want to play, you know? Nothing's gonna change on what they want to play. I just think people just can't adapt to changes these days, and you know, and like I said, if DICE just basically adds bigger size maps, right, instead of these fucking stupid Call of Duty small fucking wannabe maps, and actually focus on the multiplayer side of things, and actually, you know, instead of fucking, you know, thinking about marketing with like skins and battle passes, actually focus on shit to fix your fucking game. Because the bugs I've seen that are in Battlefield 6 right now are extremely insane, and they need to address it. They said they did, but I know they haven't. But that's what they need to do. They need to address the problems before they pump out more content. And this is the thing, guys. And this is me just trying to fucking help you guys. And you guys may be saying, but why do you care? Because, like, here's the thing. I'm trying to help you guys in the Battlefield community. I'm trying to help you guys get back on track. I'm trying to help your game survive before... Because if you think about it, for example, the player base is dropped massively ever since it came out. And people are going to say, but that always happens when it's a new game. It gets its popularity, it gets its player peak, and then it drops. That is true. Because it'll be the same with Call of Duty Black Ops 7, you know? That'll come out this Friday, it'll get its all-time peak, and then it'll drop. I know how it works. I've seen it happen and time again with the analytics and the fucking, like, viewership. I've seen it many times. But, you know, this is what I'm saying, right? But look at the player base, for example, right now. It's just, there's nothing really getting players hyped for anything. You know, maybe if they do some, like, mini live events for, like, RedSec, for, like, Battlefield 6, maybe that'll keep people hooked. But I think what the main problem is, guys, like, I think what really fucked this game in a way was Battle Royale. Like, why did DICE have to do this shit with Battle Royale? And I'll answer that question for you guys. The reason they did it is because they know how popular it is. Because it was first, it was, I think it was H1Z1, and then it was PUBG, and I'm pretty sure after that it was Fortnite, and then after Fortnite it was Apex Legends, or actually I think before that actually it was Blackout for Black Ops 4, and then it was basically Apex Legends. So the Battle Royale type of stuff has been popular for a long time. But see, when you think about it, guys, Battle Royale has fell off so massively now. Like, nobody gives a flying shit about Battle Royale. And even if people kind of do give a shit about Battle Royale, the one thing I have to ask about RedSec is, why is there not a solos? You know, why is there not that? And the one thing I've never understood about this game, about Battlefield 6, like I said, it just plays like Battlefield 2042. It looks like a clone of Battlefield 2042, and it's a clone of Call of Duty as well. But what I just can't get is, like, why people these days are saying, oh, like big streamers and big YouTubers are saying, oh, but this game's the best game ever, guys. Buy this game now, you know. And guys, every time I go on people's Twitch channels, or even if I go on YouTube, this game gets sponsored non-stop. And this is the problem with EA. They are sponsoring this game too much, and DICE are sponsoring the game too much. And I get what they want to do. They want to try and get players to play their game, right? But I think what also basically tanked their player base is the people that got scammed by buying the game. So you basically spent £100 on the fucking Phantom Edition for people that bought that edition, or bought the £70 edition, just to get scammed out of your money to basically play a fucking free version of the same fucking game, but it's just a Battle Royale version. Like, that's what I don't get, you know? Now I get, fair enough, they maybe wanted to try something different, but guys, Battle Royale is dying massively. It honestly is. Nobody gives a fuck about it. The only people that give a fuck about Battle Royale is people that are sweats, people that are cheaters and all the rest of it. And don't get me wrong, I sometimes do play Battle Royale from time to time, right? I still play Warzone sometimes. I've just got back into Warzone because, you know, basically, you know, Activision / like Call of Duty, whatever studio it is, Raven, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, whatever, they added fucking, you know, casual Resurgence and casual Verdansk, basically. So basically what they've done is this is like what I was suggesting what they should do, but obviously I'll probably get backlash from the Call of Duty community if I say this, well, because I've already said it, but basically what they have is, they have basically a mode where it's like, there is, I think 44 real players, but there's also 44 bots, so it's a bit of a balance, you know. And guys, see, when I played it, it was like fucking playing Warzone back when it first came out. Don't get me wrong, there was still a couple of sweats in it, right? I mean, obviously my KD has went up massively because I did obviously use it to my advantage a little bit, but I'm obviously going to drop my Warzone stats a bit so I can actually just have a fun experience, you know? And guys, this is the thing. I got like 6 wins on Warzone in one day. And like 3 defeats, I think, or 3 losses. Now that's pretty decent. Now if you go and play fucking normal Warzone, you're lucky enough if you get 1 fucking win. But yeah, guys, like I said, you know, this is the last video I'm kind of going to discuss about anything in regards to Battlefield 6. Not unless something comes up, but I think, like I said in my last video, you know, I don't really need to cover Battlefield 6 as much now because other content creators are doing it themselves, like Simon B 1871 or whatever his channel name is. Well, I know his channel name is Simon B, but I can't remember the number. But you know, he's doing his Battlefield kind of rant videos because, you know, he's fed up with what Battlefield has become, and I don't blame the guy. But and then you've got Blame Truth that's just sucking off the game for everything. And do you know what, guys? There's one thing I'm going to say is before obviously I do wrap this video up. Do not believe anything that Blame Truth actually fucking says, because Blame Truth is got the fucking personality of a fucking 5-year-old. Because 1 minute he sucks off a game, and then the next minute he hates on the game. We've seen this shit happen time and time again. It was the same shit when Ubisoft brung out fucking X-Defiant, like when I like to call it X-Delayed or X-D-Dead or whatever the fuck it was. And basically every video he made was him ranting on about Call of Duty, him saying that, oh, X-Defiant's gonna kill Call of Duty, guys. Oh, X-Defiant's gonna kill Call of Duty, guys. And then what happened? The game was out for what, a couple of months after it had so many alphas, so many betas, and then look what happened. Ubisoft pulled the plug just last year, I think it was, and literally he was sucking off the game ever since before they shut it down. And after they shut it down, then this is where he started hating on Ubisoft. And I'm guaranteed, guys, right, I don't want this game to shut down, right? But just say, for example, DICE do the exact same thing, right? I'm not saying they will, but just say if they do this, right? Say if they shut down Battlefield 6 in, like, the next year, right? Or the end of next year. Look what's going to happen. Blame Truth will put up another video. Now, right at this moment, he's got his honeymoon stage going on right now because he's sucking off the game. So, he's in his honeymoon stage. But then look what will happen. When EA or DICE say, oh, we're going to be shutting Battlefield 6 down because it's lost its player count, you know, or, you know, we've tried and the player base has not meted the expectations on what we thought Battlefield 6 would. And say they did come out with that statement and say, we're now logging the servers off at a certain date, and they say, oh, jump in now, and then they just unlock everything for everyone on the last day, like what Ubisoft did. He's gonna fucking basically put up a video after they shut the game down, rant on about it, and say, I knew DICE didn't have potential. Oh, I knew DICE weren't gonna make Battlefield 6 what I thought it was gonna be. I hate DICE. Blah, 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 blah. I blame EA. Wah, 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 wah. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna do the exact same fucking thing as what he did with fucking X-Defiant. And this is the thing, guys. I don't want Battlefield 6 to fucking die. I don't. Like, to be honest, right? I can't believe I'm gonna say this, right? I actually think, in my opinion, like I said, it might not be the best Battlefield game, right? But see, if I had to rate RedSec, because obviously I've played Warzone, you know, I would say, like, from the gameplay that you're seeing, guys, right, that I played right here with these randomers, right, but they were actually fucking useless, right? But that's just how teammates are days now in fucking online service games. You need to have either a full squad, or if you don't, you're basically fucked. Unless you're lucky enough to have that one team that knows what the fuck they're doing. But guys, I'm not even joking. If I had to rate this game right now, I mean, I rated it a 3, or I think it was a 3 or a 4 out of 10. But I would give it maybe a 6 or a 7, right? A 6 or a 7. And that's just because of RedSec. But if I had to rate Battlefield 6 in general with multiplayer, I'd give it a 3 or a 4. That's it. But honestly, guys, there's really nothing I have else to even discuss. But apart from, like I said before, and even at the start of the video, if you guys are enjoying Battlefield 6, I'm happy for you guys. And if you guys are going to be playing Call of Duty as well, let me know and we could queue up or something and get some games going, you know. Like, I just can't be arsed with this whole war between Battlefield 6 and COD. Like I said, in my opinion, I just don't like Battlefield 6 in general. I just think it's not a Battlefield game, you know. That's just my opinion, and I think other people might feel the same way. But guys, that's just people's opinion, you know. But the one thing I will say that was pretty cool about this game is, holy shit, the fire is insane when there's like people camping in buildings, because when that fire comes in, it's fucking game over basically. I did like that, how they added that. But yeah guys, I just think now, honestly, it's up to you what you just want to play. You guys are excited for Call of Duty? Let me know in the comments. You guys still excited playing Battlefield 6? Let me know in the comments. But yeah guys, hope you guys enjoyed this RedSec gameplay. And if you did, remember to leave a like, comment, and also turn on that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Alright, take it easy guys, and bye bye for now guys.